Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence. I'm your host, James Windsor Smith, as today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take a look around my bedroom, my studio, and we're going to see just what we put into it. Alright, first we have my bed where all the inaction happens. Woo woo! Then opposite the bed we have a really cool printer. I can scan up to like a 12 by 18, I believe, on this scanner. The only problem is the highest resolution is 300 dpi, but I can live with that. Now let's see what we have on here. Oh, that's from a secret project I'm working on, which I'll tell you about later in another video. As you can see, I have the colors and inks separated here, and I use layers to combine the two. Alright, next we have my closet here, where I keep all my artist editions and related books that are just too big for my bookshelf. That yellow one is a monograph by Chris Ware. It's one of my favorite books. Alright, next we have the actual studio itself. Behind this decorative wreath, calling in the seasons, we have everything we need to create the art you see every day. Okay, what do we have here? This you might recognize from Amazon. Some of you have actually taken them up on their generous offers. This I got on a Cyber Monday about 3 years ago. Let's come to the side here for a second so you can take care of it all. You can see it all. Here we go. As you can see, it has a glass top. You can see right through it. Let me get my foot under here. Ta-da! Next, we have the drawing that I was working on. Last night, I drew Cerebus the Aardvark for Cerebus Month. Some of you may have seen that if you're part of the group. Alright, then I have these 3 compartment drawers. In the bottom drawer, I keep all my miscellaneous supplies that don't seem to match any sort of category. This is usually like pencils I'm in the middle of using, my drawing pens, some water pens as well. And then the next drawer is full of my things that are supposed to be blue. As you can see, they've gotten very mixed up over the past couple of weeks, so I'll have to work on that. And last, we have the drawer where I'm supposed to keep my reds, which rarely happens anymore. Next, we have my up-at-deck batting people here. Or they're pencils, really, but not people. But these colors are going to get used quite a bit. Usually as skin tones or anything that needs the highlights of something fuchsia. I use that quite a bit. Then we have a little cup that I keep a little bit of water in for when I ever use a brush, which isn't that often that I use a brush, but often enough, as you can see from the ink stains. Then we have the actual ink. This is a bottle of Higgins ink, which is really kind of crappy. I used that a long time ago, and I dumped out the rest because it sucked. And I replaced it with Koh-i-Noor Ultra Draw, which is probably the best ink that money can buy, in my opinion. It is a bit expensive because they stopped making it, so get it while you can. It's really going to do you well. Alright, then I have some traditional pens. These are multi-liners from Copic. These are also top-notch. I used to use rapidographs from Koh-i-Noor, but I can't really open them with one hand, so it is what it is. I found something and mastered it, so, win-win, that's great. Then I have erasers. I believe the last one I got at Museo del Prado. Let's see. Ay, qué bonito. Alright, then we have our camera holder. Almost every video, except for this one, that I filmed, I've actually used this. I used to attach it to my desk, but as you can probably tell, it's a little wobbly. So I moved on to the windowsill and I connected to that. So anytime that we see it wobbling, it's usually because I bump it. See? Anyways, let's go to the right here. First, we have an electric pencil sharpener. It's really not that strong, but it's what I have right now, so I'm making do. Then we have the mirror opposite of what's on the left. This is basically empty right now, but it won't be when I'm actually drawing. This is where I put things that I'm temporarily going to place there. Things that I know I'm going to go back to again and again. So there's some white pens there. There's a red or orange pencil there. I can't really see the details. But it's basically become like the junk area of my desk. Then we have a little lamp. Well, I heard that Mary had one, but here's me having one. That's pretty amazing. Then we have a mess. Lots and lots of junk. Oh, and my light box. This, I think, was $100 at AC Moore when AC Moore was in business. Or maybe I bought it at Michael's. It was so long ago. Nowadays, I have used a $20 light box that's just as effective and a lot less cumbersome. The only problem is, with my limitations and my health, I opened this door and I ended up smashing the part where the phone cord hooks into it and lights up the box. Whoops. All right. This is all of the Prismacolor watercolor pencils that I sometimes use. I don't use them as often as I use the Derwent Inktense pencils, but I do find they are less, less of a mess on paper, basically. So once in a while, I do switch back to those. I think I did the Cerebus drawing you saw earlier. I think I did that with them. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, let's see what else we have here. We have an art tablet, another art tablet, a bunch of old drawings. We have Schlepzig's comics, and we have the Lone Strangers comic as well underneath there, and an actual electric tablet. I'm going to be doing some digital art soon just to learn it. I don't feel comfortable enough with the tools, so I'm going to move on and basically learn how to use one. Why not? Right, then we have more Schlepzig stuff, and we have a bunch of comics that I need to really send to people. That they're waiting patiently to pick them up. Oh, and I see a Luchador mask. Hold on. Rey Mysterio cosplay isn't as cool with two eyes. When I'm drawing, I produce a hell of a lot of garbage. Enough so that I'm using a plastic tub here to fill it all in with. That'll probably last me about 2 months, then I'll have to empty it out. Then let's go over to my bookshelves. This is the stuff that dreams are made of. Alright, first we have our essentials. Quite a few of those. And here's some more shelf porn for you old folks who will still remember. Then we have another drunk drawer, or a drunk shelf rather. And here we go. Then we have this shelf. You might see some treasures here. I only have 2 volumes of Cerebus because I had traded with Richard Friend. He actually sent me some signed prints, which are really awesome, which I'll have to show off in their own video sometime. And we have another pencil. And Paul Pope. I don't know how excited you guys are for this stuff. Enough to say that these are unused papers basically on this shelf. Anytime that I'm drawing something, I know I have a backup for now. Then more books, yada yada, and another 3-tier junk table. This is full of extra pens and pencils and pen nibs. Oh, that's Guano guy down there. I see that there. Shout out to Mark Darden. And then behind these curtains, I have my oversized paper. This stuff is like 24 inches, which I rarely use that size anymore with those handicaps. But just in case, I still have it handy. And that's pretty much it. Well, I hope you had a good time looking at my studio. Until next time, I'm Rey Mysterio, and this has been Booyaka Booyaka for Outstanding Achievement. Have a nice day.